Very good. All right, guys, we're back. So we haven't had a live in a while. We legit was just sitting, talking, chit chatting, recapping some of the different things happening in Rum. I was like, hey, why not just do a live? Save us you know, make our private conversations public. Is how I guess we should say it, right? So the purpose of the live was really to kind of recap what happened at Rum Renaissance while we were drinking.
Wow.
Right? At this point in time, we're drinking the Eclipse. Mount Gay just brought out a Navy strength Eclipse, and Rashawn and I have been pretty much enjoying, whatever this is right now that's going on here. Right? We'll get into some more details, but we're really not even sure if we're live. All right, we're live. We're live. All right, so right now we're drinking the Eclipse. But we drink a lot. We drink a couple things. But we started off with the Eclipse.
We started with the new Mount Gay Eclipse Navy strength.
What? 57.1%.
Yes.
Right? And let me just let the people know. $30.
$30.
A total wine.
A total wine. Found it tonight.
Must buy, must try, must have.
Must buy, must try, must have.
Correct. It's a must have. At $30, honestly. So when he told me at the store and he told me the price, I said, all right, let me try one because maybe I like it, maybe I love it, maybe I don't like it at all. And I would say at $30, should I buy 5? Because really and truly, when I tried this, I was like, yo, I could this at $30. A comment I have in the last couple months or so has been, when you think about Barbados, you think about Foursquare, you think about Mount Gay, right?
Right.
Everything about those two distilleries, I would think that we get a bigger bang for our buck from Foursquare.
Yes.
You can get the Dollies 12-year.
12-year. $20-something.
For $20-something. At max $30, right?
Yeah. The 14-year.
Most time there's a sale.
Uh-huh.
I think it for $26.
Yes, a total one. They're always giving discounts.
Exactly. Right? And they get the Dollies 14-year.
For $50.
For $50. And that's what's the proof on like 46% or something?
Yes.
46%.
46, 48, somewhere there. So. Yes.
So I have the two, and Rashawn and I should have done a live on this ages ago. At least 2 months ago, I have them sitting down there. But we're busy. So sadly, you'll get that sometime, hopefully, if Rashawn and I could make time. Right? But I always thought that Foursquare gave the better bang for your buck. Yes. Price-wise.
Price-wise.
Right? So this typically the regular Eclipse is $20.
Yes, $20 to $25.
$20 to $25. The Black Barrel is $30, $35. No, it's like $50 now.
Yeah, it's like $50, $55
so
now.
When I started off in Rum 2017, right?
Right.
I used to buy the Mount Gay XO for like $35 and the Black Barrel for $30 by a Publix that just started up down in Miami. Right? So $30 to $35 for the XO and or the Black Barrel is the one right on right?
Yes.
The Black Barrel.
The Black Barrel is on
$30, $35 I used to get for that price, right? But and then even these things back in the XO was 50, the Black Barrel was about 35 to 40.
Yeah.
But now the XO is 65 and the Black Barrel is about 60. In the matter of a short space in time.
Yes, and we've been having this conversation, saying that we know they're good rums. We tried them before, they're good rums. And we're saying we kind of feel like they're slightly overpriced.
Correct.
Compared to what you get from other Barbados.
To me, it was very overpriced. Right? Because I'll be honest. I remember, so when I started off, I was buying cheap rums, nothing over $50 basically, right? And then everyone telling me about the limited edition Foursquares and whatever, right? And those typically, back in those days, was $60, $70, right? Oh, that was expensive. But now we reached it today, right? You could get the dollies haven't really changed much in price.
No.
The FRS limit, the ECS, the limited edition ones
Right.
are $100, right? But they're 60% 12-year rums typically.
Yes. And
Minimum.
Right.
Right? So I just felt like Foursquare became a better, well, there was always a better bang for your buck on the 40 proofs.
Yes, and the 40 proof always.
Right? But now they really become a better bang for your buck. To me, there was a better bang for your buck all around.
Yeah.
Right? Because even when you come to the limited stuff from Barbados, $200 for the pot still. Right? Any pot still is $200.
Yeah, $200 and what? It's a what? 10-year-old?
10-year-old.
10-year-old at
48%. Right?
Yeah.
So I always
compare to a Foursquare
at
2009, 60%, 12-year minimum, 8 statement.
Yeah, like it never really worked out for me. Like, I don't know, Monkey never really worked out for me on the price category.
Yeah.
Right?
And even the new one that came out the other day, the single estate.
Yeah.
The one for
470 something dollars.
What? A 6-year-old rum? I think it's a don't take more if I care, really, I think it's like a 6-year-old rum.
Give them 2 extra years, make it 8-year rum.
Is that so much?
But
and
$500 US basically.
And I remember people complaining about the Appleton 17 Legend. It's overpriced. $500.
$500 was like 47 proof. How much was that one? 47 or 49?
49.
49 for the Legend, which is a reimagining of the 1944 version of the 17, right? So they did their best to recreate an older rum. And it does taste like an older rum.
It does.
And they sold at $500 for a legendary rum that is a staple in the tiki community, compared to you just creating a new thing, a new idea. But you single estate.
Yes, they plant the old years and
6 years for almost $500 to 17 years at $500 to $560. I paid for it, right? Yes, $560.
$560.
Right? So $560 for 17-year Jamaican rum compared to pot still 6-year from Barbados. I don't know. Anyway, take it. I always thought the Monkey were expensive. We tried the XOs.
Very good rum.
And we really enjoyed the XOs, right? Especially, I was getting the XO. I think I bought the old XO for like $40 or something.
Yeah.
It was like one of those old liquor stores. That was one of the old
I even
prices.
bought the old Black Barrel. $30.
Yeah. So, Monkey have great rums, great tasting rums. And we were just bickering over the prices.
Right.
Because we're human and we pay bills. Right? We have house, mortgage, rent, car payment, car fixing, all kind of.
Maybe mortgage that for us.
Exactly.
It's for another tax bracket.
Exactly. Our tax bracket a little too low for the Monkey, no matter how good the taste of the rums are. Right? So,
except
this one here.
Yes.
$30, 57.1%. And real talk, he just bought one. And when he was buying, he messaged me like, yo, you want this? How much? $30. Like, all right. Obviously, I would take at least one. But I really want to say 2. But honestly, he brought it here, he tasted it. And minimum I should have bought was 3. Because honestly, I thought like, hey, I should fill up my barrel. That I have a daily pour that's just an infinity barrel. But this seems like a good base at 57.1%. I like a little extra oomph. So this definitely on a regular sipping, I need one for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So the first thought came to mind when I said, I'm like, oh wow, this is gonna become my new daily sipper. Yeah. I mean, for the price, I started thinking about it. Going level with my Appleton 8 as a daily sipper.
And watch me, Appleton 8 is a daily sipper for me. I pay $25 for it at Sam's Club, and I legit buy at least once a month. Minimum one Appleton 8 a month. I got just bought one today for Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving, what else would you drink but an Appleton 8? In my mind. But no, I have this. I just like, I should have bought this. Because I also bought another type of spirit that should not be named, right?
Right.
You know, but I should have bought this. Because I am going to buy another one of this. And I'm going to open all three bottles for Thanksgiving. And I'll let the family members decide what it is. So, rough spirits. What he said, Mongier been plagued with unreal price for years. Either 40% mixers or 200% need pour bottles that are not much better than the high proof regular releases. I agree. Correct. They get the market. I haven't got the market as yet. Because
next week,
right? I leave all the
coming soon.
All the rare finds, rare buys. Rashawn is the one that puts in the orders. As a Rashawn, we talked about this months ago. Yo, whoever come up from Hamden, just order. We can talk about it after, right? Somehow I get no markets as yet, but we'll get to that, right? But yes, you're right. So as Marshall from Rough Spirit said, like, hey, these prices on the Mount Gears are crazy. Typically to me, overpriced.
Yes, they are overpriced.
So when he brought this, really liked it, really enjoyed it. And I would say it's a must buy. Like legit, this is something I would say.
You have to, if you have a bar, you have to have
this. You have to have this.
You have to have this.
Yeah. The taste, everything about it just nice. It's just nice, man. It's real nice.
And to see, and I asked him, like, I wonder if something wrong with the people down at Mount Gay. Why they, you know, you got the, as I said, the original Eclipse is like 20 to 25, and to up this by 17, about 17 more percent in, you know, in ABV.
Correct.
And just add add just $5. Yeah, $5 to $10. Yeah. It's like
it's different, but I appreciate it. Shout out to Mount Gay.
We do.
To present us this good rum at this great price, right? So definitely, guys, smell it. It's hot on the nose, right?
Yes, it is hot on the nose. You can feel it in both nostrils.
Yeah, the Eclipse is hot, right? But let me get to the tasting. And it is that intensity of flavor.
Yes.
You get like a fresh woody flavor to it. You have a nice orange note. For smoothness.
I got that same thin chocolate note I'm telling you about.
Yeah, like you're saying about the chocolate note, which is there, it's very light, but it is a smooth, delicious rum. So, on that note, right, we just went to Rum Renaissance.
Oh yes.
And we had a lot of different rums that we got to try, right? So this is $30. We encountered rums such as the Mizan. The Mizan Jamaica XO.
Right.
Which is usually about $30, $35.
Yes.
Which I would compare these two and say, I like both. It's almost a toss-up between the two. I like this because it's higher proof. And for us, as high proof drinkers, we'd appreciate the higher proof better.
I think this is gonna, like,
challenge the XO.
Challenge a lot of bottles in that price range.
That is true. That is true.
That's already the first I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna replace Appleton 8 for me.
So Marshall said, what cocktails the new Eclipse would best work with? Marshall, so honestly, the first thing came to my mind is an old fashioned. A rum old fashioned. The strength of this spirit and the flavors are strong enough to stand up in an old fashioned, but yet not overpower the classic old fashioned kind of vibe that you get with a bourbon, right? In a mojito, you bring a very strong mojito. But do I really want, like, I like white rums for mojitos, you know? I don't know if mojito is the kind of thing.
You know which cocktail?
What do you think?
You're supposed to know which one. Rum punch.
Well, that is true.
Because if I'm like, oh, this could go, you know.
It has the strength and the quality.
And
to give it a nice little extra on the woody notes that you wouldn't really get in a rum punch. But because of the price, because of the strength, the wood may stand up a little bit. You get a little more richness there.
The price wouldn't let me use it in a rum punch.
True. And restaurant says rum punch, guys. So no matter where you is across America, we selling rum punch, right? I have about 7 bottles right here already paid for because people have reached out to us and say, hey, they enjoy the
Oh, you
rum
bring it.
punch. What's going on? Say, oh, people walking. So we just had the cake festival,
Yes.
right? So there's a Caribbean black cake and rum cake festival here down in South Florida in Plantation every November. Guys, set your calendars because we have rum cakes from across the Caribbean. We're talking about Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados,
Belize,
Belize,
Grenada,
Haiti, Grenada,
St. Croix,
St. Croix. Like,
St. Vincent,
oh man, St.
even
Vincent have
Puerto
a nice
Rico.
rummy one, and Puerto Rico. So there's a lot of islands that show up every single year. We got bakers from across the Caribbean, and they come and they give you tastings. Guyana, and they give you tastings of different rum cakes and Caribbean black cakes. And the Caribbean black cakes is just almost like an ode to England and how they do it back there. But a lot of fruits, dried fruits, soaked in rum usually throughout the year, and then baked, and it's moist and it's soaked with rum as well. So guys, reach out to us if you want any Caribbean black cakes or rum cakes. Between the two of us, we got you organized, right? So we just came back, what, 2 weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago, we had the Caribbean Rum Cake Festival. And Rashawn sold out all his rum punches. And we got several orders for the Caribbean black cakes as well. So that was all good. We actually, my mother-in-law supposed to be baking inside. Hopefully my daughter is sleeping already so she can start baking for the next batch. Because those are already paid for and we need to get these cakes out of here.
Yes.
But, so what did he say? $200 bottles. What cocktail? Okay, all right. So we read all those already. All right. So, what you thinking?
Rum Renaissance.
Rum Renaissance.
So last week, so last week was Rum Renaissance. In Miami at down in Coral Gables. Right. So we attended as usual.
Yeah.
The third time since COVID.
Correct.
Yes, and it was very good.
Yeah.
It was very good.
So we could start from the west to the east, from the left to the right.
Or we could pick out,
what we want to
memorable.
Okay, so memorable Baba and Court. Baba and Court had a nice stand set up. They were making cocktails. They made a Mai Tai that tastes more like a nice fresh lime juice vibes with some rum in there, right? Real talk. It didn't taste Mai Tai, but they had the crowd.
Taste Mai Tai, and it was made with the new Barbancourt white, 55% Haitian proof.
All right. So you know what? You keep on talking. I'm gonna grab a bottle to show the people what it looks like.
Yes. So grab that. Oh, yes. So it was made with the new Haitian proof, 55%, which replaces the old Barbancourt white, which I think was 43% alcohol. Well, the Mai Tai was okay. As Jamie said, it was a bit limey.
Yes. So this is the new Barbancourt, 55%. They call it the Haitian proof. 110.
To a store near you.
Yes, and it's in stores already in South Florida. So shout out to Barbancourt because they had this one, which I think is the one that really changed its recipe. So they have new bottles that look a bit more elegant, a bit more, new, modern. It looks a bit richer, right? But they still have these. They have these now, 55% proof. Tastes to me a lot more grassy, a lot more refreshing, right? And honestly, I love it. This is my second bottle that I bought. Drank down the first bottle.
Yeah? You bought a second bottle?
No, this is the first bottle I bought. The second bottle I have.
Okay.
Because you gave me the first bottle.
Okay.
So Rashawn gave me one bottle, drank it down, probably within a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. All right. Give me the benefit though, right? 2 weeks.
Yes.
I drank that bottle. Right? So this is the second bottle here that I have. Just opened it up. But definitely a delicious bottle. The old one, I always loved the Barbancourt white rums. Right? There was one time, I think you gave me the previous one too.
I gave you the previous one.
And I really used to go in my backyard with a big cube, one maraschino cherry on top, and just some white rum. People don't like drinking white rum that much, but for me, I love the Barbancourt white rums. always delicious. Previous one 46%, this one 55%. Always good.
So their stand, you know, they had a lot of crowd because they were making a lot of cocktails, you know, and their setup was really good. It was a really nice setup, so they were pulling a lot of crowd.
Right.
So that was one of them. One of the memorable experiences.
The other one we tried Murasalam.
Who?
Murasalam, Matusalam. You remember Matusalam with friend who does Ron Abuelo?
Right.
Ron Abuelo, Matusalam.
Matusalam.
Sorry for my bad pronunciation.
Yes,
but
Matusalam.
Matusalam is a previously Cuban rum moved to Dominican Republic.
Yes, around the same time in 1960 something.
Right. So like like Bacardi, right?
Right.
That has a Cuban version, right? And now has a Dominican Republic version of is Dominican Republic there? Puerto Rico. I don't know why I forgot that because I literally went to Puerto Rico and I went to their production, right?
Right.
But like Bacardi, they are a post-Cuban rum, right? But Matusalam actually tastes very much like a Cuban rum.
Yeah, it does. It really does taste. I remember your quote from that day. It said, "This rum tastes more Cuban than those Cuban rums."
It very much tastes like a Cuban rum. Like it was
a very good rum.
I was like, I've seen it on the shelves a lot. Haven't really paid attention to it. Never bought it, right? Because I just felt like, I don't know what this rum is. I don't know where it's from.
And which, as the rep told us, Matusalam, right, is the oldest person who is in the Bible who lived to, I don't remember, 900
it was like years. He was like, oh yeah, you know, it's like Matusalam because people say, oh yeah, it's aged longer than Matusalam.
Yes,
is what they used to say about the rum.
That's what he told us.
Yeah,
right.
So
that was a
memorable one.
Yes, that and
was memorable. Bacardi was memorable.
Yes.
So Bacardi was memorable. So Bacardi had their 3 releases so far, and then they had a release under the table that they didn't really want to share with us because we went there twice. We went there, we spoke to a guy, hey, ready, set, rum, we review stuff, blah blah blah. The guy didn't really want to share anything secret.
No, he didn't.
Like he didn't respect the brand, which I didn't understand that he didn't respect the brand because Ready Set Rum is known and viewed by thousands of people every week. So I was confused, right? But then we showed up after, and maybe between the cuteness of myself and Rashawn, we wooed this young lady into sharing
and the help of a friend.
Right? So I had to get 3 fellas now to really coerce this young lady to do something that is perfectly legal. Share with us what is coming next. So we got to try what hopefully is the next rendition of the Bacardi, what do they call those special releases they bring like every year, every other year?
Bacardi 8. It's like a limited edition.
It's barrel finish Bacardi 8.
Yeah, it's a barrel finish of a Bacardi 8. Which the first edition was a sherry. Second was a rye.
No.
Yeah, second was a rye. And the third was
the orange.
Yeah, the civil orange.
So I enjoy the rye. The rye is like my favorite so far of the 8s. Second is the civil orange. The third is the sherry.
Right.
The sherry really wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
Which I thought I was a sherry guy. But when I tried this, I wasn't really a sherry guy. But the civil orange really seemed like a slight improvement to the 8. Like the 8 is there, and then the civil orange kind of just smooths it out, gives a little orangey note, a little zestiness. And it just seems like a very good rum. Like I would buy the civil 8 almost as if I thought I would treat like a Appleton 8. Like it's just just a very good rum.
I can see that
at a good price that I'll buy regularly. Right? So that's my thought on the civil orange. This is the new release of the Appleton 8, of the Bacardi 8. Right?
Can we say what the next what's the next barrel finish will be, which will be coming out next year, August, September, around
So
that
she
time.
said it's up in the running. She didn't want to confirm or deny
Right.
that it will be next. She's like,
But can we
oh,
say the barrel finish?
do we want to say the barrel finish? No, I have friends, semi friends at Bacardi, so I don't want to ruin anyone's, the hype. As much as because so as YouTubers, you're kind of like, oh yeah, you want to be like the first guy to
Yeah,
burst the
first guy
news.
to burst the news.
But at the same point, I'm just like,
Because a lot of
do you
these
want to
companies
ruin?
they have confided in us and said, hey, but
Correct.
you can't say anything.
Correct.
Like a bunch of, remember Down Island told us about
Correct.
we can't
Some
say
new
anything.
things. Correct.
Can't say anything. Babanku, oh, you can't say anything as yet.
Yes. So
these
companies confide in us in certain things, so we won't tell you what the next finish is, but I'll tell you that we enjoy the next finish.
Yeah.
The next finish is, for me, like I really enjoy the rye, and the next finish is up there with the rye. You don't want to say that?
No.
What is
No,
it?
I was gonna ask. I don't remember what the finish is.
So I remember. I remember.
Is it start with A?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is that. Is that one? So we'll give you that one. It starts with A.
I don't know how much soccer fans on here,
Mm.
but the country that won the most World Cup. Okay. There's
a move on because this guy giving very good ideas, very good spoilers.
It could be. They have a bunch of different woods though. They have zebra wood.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of unique woods. Oak barrels.
So guys,
in that particular country,
put down in the comments which finish you think is coming next for the next Bacardi 8 special
good.
releases. Right? But that was really good.
Right.
What's the next one?
And then we tasted the new release from Santa Teresa.
We did. The Speyside.
The Speyside.
Which, to me, I was expecting a lot more Speyside.
I was.
But a lot of Speyside is a bad thing. Or it's an overpowering thing. And it was not an overpowering thing. So to me, I know they aged it at, they finished it at 40%, or they finished it at a very short time, because there wasn't a lot of that flavor.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was aged as the regular Santa Teresa, and then it was finished for like 10 to 11 months, I believe, in Speyside barrels. I believe
that has to be a most spent Speyside barrels, or it has to be at a very low proof.
But did you taste the difference between the two the original Santa Teresa, which is they don't make anything else?
Correct.
They don't make anything else. This is just a one version of Santa Teresa, and it's the first time they've ever branched out, as they were selling us.
Yes.
To do something, an experiment with a finish, and based off how this is received, they might do, because on it says edition number 1 or something like that, or batch 1.
Yeah.
So they say based off that, I asked them about that. And say based off that, maybe next year, there may be something else.
True. So to me, it was kind of light, because we had a couple of Speyside finish rum. So to finish something for 12 years, for 12 months or whatever it was,
right?
Or even 6 months, whatever, it was somewhere between there, like 6 to 8 months, something like that.
Yeah.
So I've never had a finish so light. So to me, they probably finished at a lower proof, for like 40%. It did change the flavor, but it wasn't overpowering.
It did.
And it wasn't, and that is not a bad thing, because Speyside finishes sometimes overpower when you finish it at nearly 60%.
And would you say, because we know Santa Teresa, as they told us, it has 5 grams of sugar. Would you say finishing it in Speyside, the sugar content, taste wise, they did it like calm, like,
I don't know. So for me, I never find Santa Teresa to be a very sweet rum.
Right.
Like I never there's a lot of rums that I find sweet. Santa Teresa never rubs me to be a sweet rum type of vibe. Right? So it says I really hope
no comment.
No. So Ross Birch made a comment there. I wouldn't answer to the specifics. I would just tell you it tastes very good, right? Don't worry about what rum it's aged in. but just know that it tastes very good.
But
So
he said he's hoping it's not.
he hope it's not Takajia or Ambarana, like something.
He said like this in Isla or Red Tawny Port.
Being Isla. I don't know if I like Red Tawny Pond or Isla, but anyhow.
You know I like the Isla.
Isla was okay. Isla was okay.
I like the Fiji Islands.
That is true. No, you're right. I like those. But so he was talking there about the what do you call that?
The Bacardi.
The Bacardi.
The next version of the Bacardi.
Just know the next version of the Bacardi is very tasty. You like the
well, that's if they pick that one.
If they pick that one, because they're saying that this is like a top contender. They might change, but to me, there's no reason to change.
I don't see any reason to change. I believe if they pick that one, they have a win on their hands.
Yeah, no, very good. Very good. I feel like, honestly, after the first version, the sherry, which I didn't really like, every other version has been good. They've done 2 versions so far so good that were good. And then they're probably going to bring a third one that I so far like. Right? So I think that Bacardi has a good idea on their hands.
Yes.
And I think it was Tony had done the picking and the blending on the rye. The rye.
Yes.
Right? So shout out to Tony. Tony from Bacardi.
I think he's the global world distiller.
Yeah, he's a global rum distiller, master distiller, whatever. He has some big fancy title. Man, honestly, the rye, I don't know why I'm saying rye. The rye is definitely one of my favorite, and it was done by Tony, and definitely one that I think everyone really likes.
And also, I think this is a very good look for Bacardi because, as the lady was explaining, you know, Bacardi was in this space where nobody really took them serious as you know, as a serious rum.
Right.
So now they're trying to repair their reputation.
But to me,
and I think they doing this is kind of like
slowly
building credibility.
And I could understand that, but honestly, like to me, it had the Bacardi, the fruity flavor that everyone likes, you know, the mixer type of vibe. And then the Bacardi, the 8 and the 10, which honestly, you know, the 10 not so serious, the 8 I think more so seem closer to like it's almost there for rum enthusiasts, right?
Right.
So then now they come with these finished versions that are very enjoyable.
Yeah. And I would say this is their third time trying, because first they came up with a very premium Bacardi line.
Right.
With the what you call Focando
and the Limata
and the Limata and these and I remember reading the press.
Yeah.
The press release when it's like they're trying to focus on rum enthusiasts. I'm trying to build the Bacardi, and these were limited. These bottles were limited, but you can still find them all over.
Yeah.
So it didn't work as so much. So then they went and they rebranded the Appleton, the Ocho. I'm sorry, not
Bacardi.
The Bacardi, the Bacardi Ocho, the 10. All of those were rebranded. You know, to get a second knock at it, and then they jump into the limited releases now.
True.
Yeah.
So we have 4 work says, what is better, Monge or Foursquare? And then Rough Spirit says, it's all preference. I'm way more Foursquare than Monge, but both are, it says, solid rums. Correct.
They're both solid rums.
They're both solid rums. It's honestly, to me, it's about bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Right? And I think Foursquare beats them on bang for your buck until today. Right?
Yeah.
I would say Foursquare, they're $30 rum, dollies, right?
Dollies,
$20 to $30 rums. Dollies range 20 to 30 is solid good rums. You could only get the Eclipse under $30. The Black Barrel was like maybe 30 to 35, right? So between the Black Barrel and the Eclipse at 40%, I would choose Foursquare at that point. And then when they get up to $60 range, right? Now they have the dollies at 50, the dollies 14 here at 50, and you have the Black Barrel at best $56. And then you have the EXO at $60 to $65.
Yeah.
The dollies win again. right? And then which is four square, right?
Uh-huh.
And you get $100, the premium versions, right? Think about all the four squares from 100 to 175. Because I think they had one or two at like a
Yes,
crazy $175.
yes, they had some that went up to $170.
I would pick
16-year,
17 year
17-year, you know.
pure eat statement.
Yes.
And then you compare those to the Mount Gay pot stills. You tried the pot still recently.
Yes.
That was 175 that you go for like 100, right? And where would you rank that between the four square? One of your best, one of your four squares at 175 or even 100 to that.
So I bought the 4 square 2009
Yes.
for $80.
Right.
And
all right, just say you pay $100 straight. Think about $100.
Mm-hmm. And the Mount Gay pot still, I mean, it's $200, but I got it on a very good deal, $100.
Right.
And tasting it, you know, it was recommended. It was recommended by a friend, and that friend of mine who is a rum collection, Danny.
Yeah.
He said it's the best pot still rum he has ever tasted. That was his quote.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, I really have to pull this.
Right.
I can't just let it sit.
Correct.
And I pulled it and I sit. And it was good. It was good. But there were some notes and I'm like,
And that was the original. That was like the first pot still release in the
yes.
The grey box.
Yes.
Kind of
and I was like, box. Okay, this is good. $200 good. I'm not sure. Good? $100 good, yes.
Okay.
$200 good, yes, but I still wouldn't pay $200 for it.
Okay, so 200. You know? So,
but I would, at any day, I would rather a 4 square 2009.
Okay.
At 60%.
Yes.
12-year.
Computer was like 48%.
48% at a 9-year. Correct. I believe, or 10. 9 or 10.
Yeah. So 4 square to me leading the charge on the bank for your buck. Right? TS profile could be close in a lot of ways. But then if you're paying more for something, you want better experience.
Yes.
You know, you don't want to buy a Benz for Toyota performance. I'd rather just buy a Toyota. You know, and that's how I feel between the two brands. But this, however, today changed the whole ranking.
Yes.
If you just look at this rum specifically,
I think this kind of hit
$30
counter, you know, Doris was there punching, but this was tagged, you know, like wrestling when you tag in this,
you tag in the
and
Eclipse.
This just start hitting the doorleys like.
So this they said on the back, Mount Gay Eclipse Navy Strength is a limited release from the world's oldest rum distillery. Bottled at a traditional naval proof of 57.1%. Gives a vibrant and tasteful flavor profile to discover the bright notes of fresh vanilla, sweet almond, ripe banana, mocha. Enjoy served with soda. Honestly, you could drink this by itself for the seasoned rum drinkers. For most of the people, they probably need to drink with some soda.
Yes.
Right? So, as I said earlier in the conversation, we probably should buy this.
And it's a limited release.
This is a limited release. So we need to pick up 2 more.
I wonder it's like a one-off.
I don't know. Sometimes people say limited release and not really limited. But for me, I would feel safe if I buy 2 more.
That's why I only said there was only 2 bottles there. And there was no price tag.
If it text me that back, I'd tell them to pick up the second one.
We can get them tomorrow.
All right, so we're going to get some more of these, right?
Right.
All right. So back to the Rum Renaissance. We talked about Bacardi. We talked about Babanco. We talked about B Company so far.
We talked about
Mizan.
Santa Teresa. There was a bunch of other ones.
Knox and Don was there.
Yes, that's a very good. That's a Florida rum.
Florida rum. One of the best Florida rums. I would say my top tier for Florida rums, I haven't had a lot, but I would say my top tier for Florida rums is Knox and Don, $25. No age statement, but I think the guys are like minimum age like 4 years or so.
I believe so.
And then I would also say Risky Rum, which is from, what is that company called? Lugo Distillers. Some Puerto Ricans in Lakeland producing Puerto Rican style rums.
Right. In
And
Lakeland,
honestly,
Florida.
yeah, but in Florida. And honestly, it kind of tastes to me similar to a privateer kind of vibe. And the prices were good. I think the price for that
The
risky
price
rum was
was
like
good.
$30, $35.
Yes.
Right?
And then White Lightning.
White Lightning. So I forgot about White Lightning. We tried that previous year at Rum Renaissance. They weren't there this year. What? White Lightning
was was standout in the 2022 edition of Rum Renaissance.
Correct. One of the best white rums ever. The price was high. Right? The price
was high.
Was like $50 for a white rum. Which to me is like premium. You already have a name for yourself set type of thing, right? And maybe we give Luca and them too much thing. Because Luca and them, they go around the world, bring good rum, good white rum as well for $50+, right? This guy right in Florida, he called himself something cowboy, but
a Cuban cowboy, was it?
He's like Cuban cowboy or something, but really and truly was a very delicious rum. I have one bottle here signed. I really probably need to buy a bottle and open it because maybe the man will blow up big one day. I don't know. But I really hope he does because really and truly, he brings a really good rum.
Yeah, it's a very good rum.
A really good flavor for white rum.
Right.
And at this point, when he was bringing this rum, he was using someone else's distillery, but really doing his own thing and having a very good flavor profile.
Very good flavor profile.
Very
good product.
Yeah.
Slightly a bit overpriced, but
yeah, a little over the price. Really and truly. But then using someone else's distillery, I don't know the prices. Right. When you're talking about Florida, you're doing something in Florida, you're not importing from the Caribbean, So I can understand where things kind of price-wise went awry. Greetings from, where is that?
The Bay.
Green Bay.
Oh, Green Bay.
Oh, jealous. You're outside in short sleeves, 42 degrees here. But we're drinking some Hamilton Navy grog. Do some white rum, homestay Grand Aroma shot. Oh, so the homestay Grand Aroma, we tried those. We tried the Grand Aroma and we tried the what's the next one we tried? We tried all of them. What's the other one called? I can't remember.
It was just a regular. It was the regular reunion Savannah.
Yeah, reunion Savannah. But to me,
at 50%.
Yeah, but honestly, I really like. I'm gonna have to try them side by side.
I like those, but really, I have them and I have them open.
White Lightning might be better.
Hear what? Those two, they have a very particular flavor profile.
Yes,
and I don't see them as a everyday
olivey. They have a kind of olive.
Yes, the olivey, briny. Yeah. It's like I don't see them as a everyday. Yes. I don't see them as a everyday.
White Lightning almost remind me kind of like Jamaica type.
Right. I can see White Lightning as almost drinking it every day.
Yeah.
But I feel like the homestay Grand Aroma is like when I'm in the mood. Not saying it's bad, it's very good.
It's good, but it's more of a savory note.
Because you have it. And how often you drink it?
Not very often.
Exactly. But I'm sure you drink the Barbancourt even more.
Yes.
Exactly. So that's the point, because I'm trying to make.
I really like a more sweet, like, a sweet cane juice, cane vibe. I like a little grassy, but I would say the homestay number 2 and 3, which is the Savannah and the Grand Aroma, more on the savory side. So it's not very, like, what? Sometimes I would sip it, and sometimes what I do, I have blocks of sugar cane juice.
Okay.
That I'd put it in there. So I'll taste the savory at the beginning, but once the cane juice starts to melt, you get a different flavor profile to it.
I personally try for the past this week. I've tried it 2 times, 2 or 3 times, and I tried it while eating dinner. I tried to pair it with like eating meat.
Yes.
Yeah. I just see it. Oh, exactly.
But you don't see it as a everyday.
Every day. I mean, I can.
Yes.
But
you have better options for the everyday.
Yeah. And yes, I have better options. It's just like these rums right here.
Yeah.
They're very good. Would I drink these every day? I would like to, but I won't.
You could. So right in this package here that we already have open, we have some samples that Rashawn brought to my house, right? So shout out to Oak and Age. You guys should sponsor us because last year I bought Rashawn a set I bought myself a set. I bought my other friend Emmanuel a set, right? So this is the oak and eight set right here. They come with four of these little bottles here,
Uh-huh.
3 ounces. Very good, covered in rubber, so you
Okay.
could drop them. You won't have a problem. You know, very nice. Let me open this up right here. See, very snug, right? I
Can
use
travel on the
these to
airplane with them.
travel,
Yes.
right? So I've
Travel proof.
traveled to different parts of the world with these. I want samples when I travel. I want different rums when I travel. I'm
Yes.
not sure I'm gonna get something good, and therefore I travel with these, right? So this case here comes with four. And guys at Oak and Age, hit us a sponsor, hit us in the DM, right? We would present this to our viewers every time, you know, when next time you sponsor us, right? But um definitely
So, okay, go ahead.
I say that, you know, White Lightning was a top
Okay,
of last year, right?
it was.
But this year, so we already called another couple.
Can can we speak about the bad ones?
Yeah. Which one did you like? I don't know. Go down the list. Which one you didn't like?
Okay. No.
Yeah, he doesn't go. All right, I'll go with my first one that comes to my mind, right? So we just tried Reef, REIF, which my wife really enjoyed.
Uh-huh.
It's only about 36% alcohol. And I tasted like, oh, it's all right, right? But then we went to the event and I tried it there and it tastes very much bananery. Which I was like, maybe there's a special batch that they brought here. Maybe there's an old batch that they changed. I don't know. But this one at this location was very much fruity that I didn't get from the small sample bottle I got from Reef.
Right.
So I didn't enjoy it at the location. I kind of was like okay with it. But to me in general, it was overpriced. I want to buy a bottle
Yes.
because my wife really liked it.
Yes. It was a okay rum, and it's called they say a Reef Tropical Rum.
Right.
And it's like it's infused with I think orange, pineapple, banana.
Correct. And it's made in Florida.
You know, and it's made in Florida. So right there, you know, and it's below 40%. I'm thinking a liqueur.
Right. But I'm thinking $20.
Right.
Because it was nearly $40.
Exactly. And when you compare it to the Bacardi flavors,
Bacardi is $30 to $35 at 45%. This is 57.1%. So all right. So think about it, right? A regular rum drinker, my wife wouldn't drink 57%.
No.
Right? But a regular rum drinker would drink the Bacardi 8s.
Uh-huh.
Right? I would think my wife would drink the Bacardi Orange.
Yes.
Right? She might like the Bacardi Rye. It's kind of a unique flavor, but not so crazy. I think she might enjoy it. Right? The sherry, she might enjoy that as well, which wasn't my favorite. Right? She liked the 10. She bought that for one of my birthdays or something. Right? And she loved the Reef, the one I got in the little sample bottle. But the one I got at the location tastes very sweet, which could be because we drank so much neat, non-sugared rums before. It highlighted the sweetness. Because honestly, like when I try rums that aren't sweet and then I try a rum that's sweetened, the sweetened rum becomes crazy.
Yeah.
So that is something that really skews your perspective when it comes to rum tasting.
And we would not say it's a bad rum. I would just say it's not specifically for me. And based off your preference, it might just work for you.
Right.
But then the price point.
The price point to me was high.
Yes, it was a bit high.
It's a 2-year.
But it's not a bad rum.
2-year Virgin Oak.
Yes.
Virgin Oak for 2 years and added with some sort of flavor. Which I found was kind of crazy.
Essence. They said essence.
Essence, right?
Banana essence, pineapple essence.
Right.
Natural, they say.
Yeah.
They say natural orange, banana, pineapple, I believe.
Right. So. And when they say essence, what they're talking about is like the fruit in the alcohol that draws up most of the flavor, and then you add that back into a blend of rums, right? So I don't know. To me, at the location, I didn't really like it. In the little sample bottle in my house, when I didn't try any rums before, it was okay, right? And my wife really loved it. So that was one that I didn't really like. What else didn't you like?
I won't dwell on it much, but the Elia rum,
yeah,
that has the claim that says it's the world's
Smoothest
smoothest
rum.
rum.
That was
Which
a red flag to me.
yes, it says the world's
But
smoothest rum.
again, it's because we drink a lot of rums
That's
and
true,
smooth isn't a thing that we look for.
right? And it's a 2-year-old Jamaican rum,
2-year-old Jamaican rum,
right? And
but the price point.
the price point and also how it tasted, it was coming off almost. It was coming off very coconutty. Um,
I was
it, it,
searching. I was personally, I felt like I was searching for the Jamaica in there. There's a slight hint of Jamaica, and also
yes, because we were trying to me and you were playing a guessing game, trying to figure out which
distillery.
distillery.
Correct.
You know, was it Worthy Park? Was it Clarendon Distillers? Was it Long Pond? You know, that we asked them, they said they can't give us that information. Right. But the rum that they bought and they did whatever they did to it, I mean, kind of skewed it, is like we're not sure exactly. So then they price it at $60.
Was $60 50?
57 plus tax.
$57 for a 2-year-old. Think about the best 2-year-old Jamaican
that they
rum.
Corrupted.
Right? Okay. So correct. They corrupted, right? But think about the best 2-year-old Jamaican rum you can think about at $60. And mind you, this is not the best 2-year-old rum from Jamaica. So for me, the Ilia was a no-go. And they had a white for 40. You're right, there's a white for 40 and a 2-year-old for 57.
57 plus tax.
Right?
It says it's gonna be in
so
total
basically
wine.
60 and 40 and 60. Right? So Ilia is the names. I wasn't impressed. I wouldn't recommend it. Like, we still like I like to be able to walk amongst rum people and not feel ashamed. So I can't recommend anything that is not a good rum, right? So my pick was what was my pick again? I can't remember my pick.
Reef, and mine
was
was
a big fan. It was Elia. All right.
So I think the last two, there's also two standouts that we forgot, and that thing shall do the rap.
Renegade.
The Renegade. We tasted the new Renegades.
Correct.
4 new versions of Renegade. Cane sugar rum. 4. Your producer went.
We had a terroir. Yeah, there's different terroirs. There's different like cane varietals. There's blended of cane varietals. Right. Definitely something that we really enjoyed.
Yes, each one was very good.
Correct.
And the price point of each is like they start at a 40 something, range from 40 to 60, which I think is very good because it's cane sugar juice.
They had any 40s?
The white one, I believe, is $40 something.
Oh, I don't want price. I don't want
price. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Price wise. Yeah. But proof, it ranges from 40 something going up to 55.
Oh, okay.
So check out the new Renegades. Yeah. Very good.
Every year they come up with something else.
I love what they're doing.
Renegade.
No year, no 2 years is the same. Next year they might come and they have this plot of land here and they're like, let's dissect it into 10 different plots and take this plot and then give it a name.
So last year we tried a bunch of the age ones. It was age ones. We had about 4 or 5 ones that we tried.
Yes, there was a bunch of unage.
Right. There's a bunch of unage. And then we tried a bunch of age as well.
Right. Yeah, we bought
you ordered. You ordered some age. We tried about 4 or 5 unage. We ordered a few age.
Yes.
Then there was a whole different lineup this year.
Right.
So Renegade out of Grenada.
Sorry, I didn't bring the bottles, man.
No problem. We have 2 bottles inside, but whatever. But anyhow, take it. Like we have rums. Renegade brings unique experiences.
Very unique.
And Marshall from Rough Spirits, you would enjoy these. Like if you enjoy the Granada Rum.
The Granada Rum.
I think you would enjoy every single thing that comes out of Renegade of Grenada because they're all different and there's a few that are similar to the Granada Rum but different in certain perspectives because they use fresh sugar cane from cane to being juiced to being distilled within 2 hours of being cut. So as they cut, they got a 2-hour window to really start the production process. And man, they have like, it's a small island, but they have like 4 or 5 different farms, and then they also have different cane varietals.
Right.
And now this year they brought blends of cane varietals.
Yes.
So definitely Renegade Rum was a standout. What's your next standout?
The next standout was from my currently currently at number one, my favorite distillery in the world, Clarendon Distillery.
Correct. But Long Pond was close as well.
Yes, but I kind of group them because they're both under NRJ, National Rums of Jamaica, which are the master distiller or master blender, Robert Gordon, right?
Yes,
Robert Gordon. He was there.
Yes.
And
so we talked to Robert Gordon, and they have Monimus, which are some decent Jamaican rums, but us being the rum connoisseurs as we are, we really wanted to try the good stuff, the rare stuff, the stuff that no one else could get. And Robert had some 70 and 75 proof.
Yeah, 70%.
Yes.
And 75%. I think one was Clarendon and one was Long Pond.
Correct.
And they were aged long too. There was one that was, I think, 18 years old. And there was one about 15 years old.
Correct. So I have pictures. I'll post online. In fact, I had posted it on my story and I deleted it because I didn't really talk to Robert. I didn't know if we could have just posted these things just willy-nilly out there, but I probably should, right? I'll message Robert first and confirm it's okay. But those two were the best rums that we had the entire day.
There was a Long Pond mark that's above ITP.
Correct.
Which ITP I think is the 100 and something esters.
Correct.
I don't remember the mark. I always have the marks in my head. And then
I never have the marks in my head.
Yeah,
especially for that brand.
Study marks. I study all these marks.
Okay. The only marks I have in my head is probably Hamden marks.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hamden marks the only mark. You tell me a number, like, all right, I think I know what that is.
Right. And the Clarendon one, that was very good also.
Which one we had first?
Good question. I'm not sure. But I think you rather the Long Pond.
The second one, I think, was the Long Pond.
Yes, the Long Pond.
Better, which is a higher proof.
75%.
75.6%.
Yes.
Pal.
Now imagine a 75.6%.
You could have drink it like juice.
15 to 18 years old. And we try to convince him he needs to bottle this.
Yes, watch me. I thought as a
even though we know he might not, because we know, we are around the select few of rum enthusiasts who like these things, and we know they have to produce for the mass market.
So the thing about this, they release these things, and they've been releasing few. They released 2 so far of these rare rums, right? We have the VRM, which I think I bought. And then they released another one last year. But they released one it's a lie. They released the ITP that
it was
I
the
bought.
ITP.
And then they released the VRM, which was sold in Europe.
And they did kind of the ITP that they released, a 15 years old ITP
at 46 point something %.
Right. I feel like they slightly missed the mark. If they had made that a 60%.
Correct. Or even a 55 or
they hit that's a home run.
50, you need to start at 50 up.
That's a home run.
Minimum 50 up on any premium rums. Anytime you want to price a rum at 100 or more, you can't start me below 50.
And then their second edition, which is it's not Clarendon. This is the Long Pond. The Long Pond VRW, which was an 18-year-old. They hit the mark with the 60. I think it was 63%.
Okay.
But the price was $600.
Insane. Like, all right. So the price points at National Rums of Jamaica hasn't been the best for us, right? But we do enjoy the rums.
We do.
I have an ITP, the EMB
from Homescale, very good. And at the price point, like the price point for the Homescale EMB, $70 to $80.
Right.
8-year-old, 61%. Wonderful rum. Wonderful rum. The ITP, Homescale again, wonderful rum.
Like 55 or something.
Yeah, 55. Some versions 59.
Yeah.
Hazmat
I think
75.
Like 75,
yeah, the Hazmat version 75%.
Very good. They produce very good rums.
So they do produce very good rums.
But I don't know, they kind of missing the mark on the price point for us.
Right.
Like I would think that You know, they need to replicate homestay, maybe add an extra 20 or so on a bottle if you want, right? But you have to be within reason for the people to buy and fit it because you know what, homestay is a young brand, a younger brand than National Rums of Jamaica, or similar age brand. But homestay is a big known brand in the US.
Yes.
So they need to figure out a way to make themselves that brand.
Yes.
You know, because homestay now they said that they're not going to sell any
Right, that's what they said.
to the submarket.
Yes,
right?
they won't be selling any more barrels
Yeah.
To independent bottlers.
Correct. So the fact that they're not selling anymore. All right, hold 1 second. My wife just reached home.
So, so if you have an EMB wholesale,
Correct.
and for that price point, because even Velier have an EMB, and it's $150 to $180.
Correct. So I don't know. They was giving this guy some sales, Eric some sales or something, because Eric was selling at some very good prices. They're not going to do any more at that price point. Good night.
Good night.
So all is good. All is good. So we have now what you say? We have some favorites, and that was basically our favorite.
That to me, those two rums was my favorite. Those two samples that Robert brought to the festival, they amazing. And I know, you know, it's not for the general public.
So
and they're trying to build brand awareness and all these things.
Yeah, but to me it's like they're tackling two fronts, right? They have the Monimos front, right? And you also have the rum lovers front, right?
Yeah.
So it's like where you want to spend your money at, right? So for me, in my mind, right, if you're a brand with small budgets or small pull, you may want to focus on the rum lovers, on the rum enthusiasts. Because for the rum enthusiasts, right, you're selling more expensive bottles. So you have to reach less people. So therefore your effort is also less. And your budget is also less. They're just specifically attacking the people who spend a lot of money on rums compared to the broad market to sell for the $30, $20 rum.
And you just made a good point, because also I feel like if you get all the rum enthusiasts, you know, rum lovers on your side, and with all that promoting and sharing,
correct,
eventually I feel like
you could win the mass market.
And case in point, St. Lucia Distillery.
Correct.
They came up with their plan and they start doing barrel picks with every store, every hole in the wall, every liquor store.
Anybody could buy a barrel, Pat.
Anybody.
Russian, Rum Renaissance Rum could buy a barrel.
Yes, right? From St. Lucia. And this build momentum, build their reputation.
Correct.
And no, it's like even just the basic lineup now. Correct. You know, people are really looking at it.
Correct.
You know. So, they did their plan was, you know, it was very good. And I also feel like Clarendon should, you know, I would hope that they would do something like that. You know.
Yes, like barrel
picks to build.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like I agree 100%. So think about it, right? Like they have the money must line or whatever, right? But what if they just have and they have the national, the NRG line as well, right?
The limited edition line.
What if they just did barrel picks for this kind of line where Florida Rum Society just went there, they picked a barrel, boom.
And we had said that to him. We had said that to him. Say, you know, if you know, do a bunch of barrel picks, you know,
get 60%. 55 minimum to 60%, maybe even more proof, right? At $160. 12-year, right? Which is not at this point you're looking at a 4 square type of vibe, but at more money. I would do it, rough spirits. Here's the problem: mass market appeal leads to problems in the bourbon market. And St. Lucia are not really impressed with me.
So okay, you say it's not really impressive. Which one? Type in the comment section. Which one? Do you remember the stills? Because we know St. Lucia distillers
several stills.
Yes, they have the coffee column still.
Correct.
They have John Doe one.
John Doe
2,
2,
and then they have the
on
Vendome, which is,
Vendome.
I think that's my favorite.
Right.
Vendome, and depends, you know.
So they have 4 stills that are smaller, and then they have industrial still.
Yes.
So there are 5 stills. So for me, honestly, I really enjoy the St. Lucia because like I tried the Florida Rum Society, which was the coffee still,
Which is a coffee still. I think
which kind of reminded me of a Foursquare vibes. Then you had the Haskell, which I didn't really like. Was a high proof, hot. Wasn't a big fan
I
of.
think that was a John Doe with a coffee.
Right.
I believe.
Then
A
we
14
had
year.
the Eskimo,
Oh,
which was the
Vendome
Vendome
and
and the John Doe
Doe.
too.
Oh,
But I have John Doe 2 and 1, no. There are 2 John
yeah,
Does.
there are 2 John Doors.
Right? Which I really enjoyed.
That was amazing.
So to me, you there's a wide variety, and the John Doe tastes more potty, closer to like a Clarendon Long Pond vibe, and then the coffee tastes more like Foursquare. You know, so like you have a wide span there of rums that you could have, right? So I think that is very important. I think that's like a thing that you can't just try one
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia and say, all right, this one ain't ready for me, and think that's it. Because to me, the Eskimo Bros to me was one of my favorites. The Haskell was okay, a little hot for me.
And the Florida Rum Society
was again okay.
It was okay, but would you go buy another Florida Rum Society?
Nah.
And I would not.
It's too close to Foursquare for me.
I would not. But would we go? So it's I think
I'll buy 10 more Eskimo Bros.
So I'm curious about Marshall about the stills.
Pick. The Eskimo Bros pick
several total wine picks. Oh.
I never see a total wine pick. Always Vendome. Other store picks are column stills, all 100, 145. So we had the Eskimo Bros was $60.
Was $60?
Yeah.
Vendome 9 year.
Yeah. We bought a couple Vendomes 9 year.
9 year.
For $60.
Yeah.
The Florida Rum Society was also $60.
Yes, 13 year.
Column.
$60 cheap. Yeah. Even the Haskell. The Haskell was 65. And that was a 14-year coffee with John Doe. And
I actually have one, I think it's called Horizon pick, which is, I think I paid like $100 for it. And it was like gifted to me, but it was like 14-year John Doe 2. Right? So, yeah, I don't know, surprising that you didn't like those.
Yeah, the price point he's saying, you know.
His price
point
I understand
I understand what he's saying. The base of his price point, because if
my highest price was 100.
Because of the Eskimo Bros was 145. I don't think I would buy it.
No.
I would not. And if the Florida Rum Society was 100, I would not buy it either. So,
but the proofs were pretty good. You see, sometimes we don't buy it in because we could get it cheap.
Yeah.
Right? Because the Florida Rum Society was $60, was what, 12 year?
13 year.
60%?
I believe so.
So close to 60, 55%. 13 year tropical age. That's not a bad price.
It's a bad deal for him. So I can understand his point.
Marshall, I feel you've been buying up because you've been buying so many rums.
But the rum is expensive.
At 100, 140, it's kind of expensive.
For the St. Lucia, when we down here enjoying,
that is true. For
enjoying barrel picks for under 60.
Yeah. All right, I understand, but I really enjoy the St. Lucia picks.
Yes,
I really did.
From what we have had so far, and I also the St. Lucia picks goes back to the Hamilton St. Lucia's, which is the Vendome 9 year, 60 something proof, which I think was amazing.
You know what I just remembered? We also tried Bambara rum. So we tried Bambara rums, which was just okay. So Bambara rums, they have bottles that shape kind of like cannons. They have different rums from all over the Caribbean. They have Venezuela, which is pretty good. They have Panama. They do pretty much all the price points. I think all the rums we tried was like under $50.
Yes, yes.
You had a white rum that they had. So they have picks from different places, but they try to do more mainstream flavor profiles. So nothing's too crazy. Nothing's too overpowering. Nothing's too in your face. So to me, they kind of go to the wide market and the price points at the wide market.
And the bottles are beautiful.
So to me, that's one of those things for the everyday rum lover kind of
Yeah.
guy. We saw the guy, he's Captain James. He started this thing. He's been wanting to do like we've been planning to do like a kind of live kind of thing, or not even live, but like an interview
Uh-huh.
type of thing with him. Definitely, that was a decent rum. It wasn't over the top, but it wasn't like that's not that's a no go for me. So to me, it was definitely like like a solid, decent rum. Also, one of our favorites were the coconut cartel. Didn't drink it because I drink it a lot, right? I have bottles all the time. I didn't drink it there. I brought home like a magazine. They had like a flyer. They had what do you call those things? Like a banner type of thing. Like they had like a nice like Coconut Cartel is A1 on their marketing, and they're so A1 like they have like a solid rum. So and they track the batches because they do like slight. I don't know, like every brand every batch is one off batch, right? So then the coconuts are blended, and based on the coconut blend,
Uh-huh.
and then the rum supposed to be the same, right? Of like a 8 year ish age rum, and then um coconut water. So if they have a batch of younger rums, it's a bit less sweet. If it's a batch like I think batch number 4 had like in my mind, from my tasting, had probably some of the oldest coconut water in there because it was sweeter. Like it was sweeter and smoother. Not up to batch 9, the last one I tried, which had a bit more younger rums, had a bit more rummy flavor and a bit more like I don't know. It just felt like more of a rum purist type of rum. Batch 9. So every batch is different. Oh man, rum kicking me right now.
So, Rum Renaissance,
Yeah.
good experience.
Good experience. We did 3 years in a row. Every year was different. This year, the standout this year is National Rums of Jamaica. The
And-
2 samples that they had.
And then Renegade.
Renegade was another standout. Then we could say that the Bacardi, the next version of the Bacardi was
Uh-huh.
really good. What else? What else we enjoyed? Baba and Core had a great stand, very entertaining, good cocktails. The 55 proof was very good. Who else? Who else we tackled?
That's about it.
That's about it. Papa Pilas was there.
Plantation was there.
Plantation was
Not
there.
really.
Centario. The only tried the 30-year rum from. The Centario was pretty good.
Those were good.
Centario was pretty good. I enjoyed that one.
I think those are from
the
Costa Rica.
25. I think so.
I believe.
I'm not sure. Then there are 30 and the 25. The 30 was my favorite. 25 was kind of sherry like.
So before he goes,
before I fall asleep.
Well, we said we're gonna try a couple samples.
So all right. So which one we haven't tried so far? So
right.
Rashawn always have samples from all over, right? So just give them a brief overview of the rums they have here and what you like.
Okay, so this sample that I gave him, this is a blend of 4 Jamaican distilleries. This is from Worthy Park, Long Pond, Clarendon, and Hamden. All pot still.
Almost like who released this? Or you blend in your house or who released it?
This was a independent release by Daily Drums. Daily Drums out in Europe. I shipped this out from I think Belgium.
Okay.
I shipped this from Belgium, a bottle from Belgium.
So
and I think it's a 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years, 60. I think about 66, 65%.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll try that next. So we already tried the other 3. Which the other 3 was a WPE aged for 2 years in some sort of finish.
Right. In Spanish Virgin
Spanish
oak.
Virgin. It was a bunch of different Virgin Oaks from SBS Single Barrel Collection. We had the Tekka. Who was the Tekka from?
The Tekka is from Long Pond.
Yeah, man. The taste the thing properly. All right, that's good. That's good. All right. Not too much. Then we have the Tekka.
The Tekka, which is from Long Pond, which is their highest mark.
Right.
1600 to 1700. Age for this one is 3 years.
Right.
3 years, 65%.
And then we had the HGWL.
Yes, and this is Velier HGML mark,
Right.
which is close
For
to
5 years?
uh
How's that? How old was that one?
this is a 2018 or 2017? 2018. 2018. 5 years.
5
5 years. Tropical aging.
Mm-hmm.
The others are continental.
And the and what we just pour here? That was the blend.
Yeah,
Was
this is the blend of the 4 Jamaican distillers.
Right.
Worthy Park, Longpond, Clarendon, Hamden, Potstill, 3 years continental, 66%
Right.
from Daily Drums, independent bottlers, shipped from Belgium.
Master stop yawning, I'm yawning. Bro,
Ooh,
how long we been drinking? What time we reach? Like 9 o'clock?
after 8.
After 8. It's now after 11. There's been at least 3 weeks, 3 hours, right, of like slow sips, but they're catching up with me. And it's getting late. It's 11 o'clock on our side. Getting a bit of Hamden shining through.
Yeah. I get some of the Clarendon, a bit of the Clarendon.
Why are they hot? It burn my nose, burn my eyes a little while.
Tastes different from when I first tasted it. Feel like the flavors are more elevated.
Whew. So, hot, dry, fruity, like Hamden fruity, flowery, like very
There's
like,
a lot going on.
not ground fruit, but I'm talking about like they have like a pineapple flavor in there. That's up there.
That's the Clarendon note.
Yeah, so I think that's
I love that kind of, for me.
uh-huh.
I feel like that pineapple note always come from Clarendon.
Really, I never think about Clarendon and pineapple, but I get in a pineapple jackfruit note.
Jackfruit, I always say the Hamden.
Okay, so I'm picking up those two flavors. Strong, right? Jackfruit, pineapple. It's hot. It's dry. It's very good, very complex flavors right here.
And the finish.
And then I'm also getting that this is what the kind of I always say, like rusty nails and acetone type of flavor is what I usually associate with Clarendon and Worthy Park. And that's what I'm getting here. So all the rums kind of stand out as if it's like a 25, 25, 25, 25%.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too.
You know?
A good blend.
Marshall said, can't miss the Hamden notes. Got to love that gasoline, acetone, grassy, rotten fruit, fresh pavement, and smoked salmon notes.
Smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon. I don't know.
The fresh pavement. I'll get the fresh pavement because you ever see when they pave in the road?
Yes.
With the tar and they have the machine and you smell it.
I feel like I need to go out to the site. So in my job, I could actually go and see this on a regular basis. And probably I do need to because I'm not really. Maybe I forgot how fresh the fresh asphalt smells.
That's good. The finish though, the finish goes on.
Man, yeah, there's a gasoline flavor. A little gasoline in there too. This is good.
This is, oh yeah, I'm retrying this.
Oh, I'm retrying my samples, pal. Go ahead. So all these samples were provided from restaurant. No, I don't need anymore. I don't need anymore. I sip in slow. There's so much flavor and potency.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave you.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. No, this is really good. Flavors.
A lot
of flavors. A lot of flavors. Really enjoyable. How much was that bottle of that combine? You can't remember?
$65.
Really? We'll buy it again and again.
No, this is I'm sorry. I was gonna buy 2, but I wasn't sure what I'm getting. So I didn't buy 2.
I buy 2 more. Should buy 2 more.
I went and buy 2 of this.
Which one? That's the Tekka?
Yeah, the long pan highest.
Okay, but that was good too. Like honestly, everything that we had here was good tonight, right? So before you guys came on, we were drinking all these things. You drink the WPE.
WPE, which is the highest mark from Worthy Park,
Right.
800 up to 800 esters.
We try to
Finishing,
Teca.
I think it's a Spanish Virgin Oak
Right.
for 2 years.
Right.
At the ABV varies from 61 to 66%.
Correct. Right. So honestly,
Oh gosh,
we
you have
have
to love the smell of this.
yeah. No.
The
Listen.
HGML. Oh, I
Oh,
pour leave you.
HGML.
Yeah, because I pour leave you.
Mama was trying a little while. Was the other? I was trying this combination.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I thought you
No.
had finished.
No.
So that's
But,
what.
so I tried the HGML the other night, and I was like, man, I love that thing. I need to do like. I was like, you know, I wanted to wait until I could get on the live to really drink everything, right? Mm. For my 19 year Golden Devil.
That's a good one. I haven't tasted it, but I've read the reviews on it. I think that's either a Diamond H or a C Diamond H mark.
Oh, C Diamond H, I think. Oh, but trust me, we had some good rums tonight.
Yeah.
We had no disappointing rums tonight.
No. So, Velier, Hamden,
yeah. You know, I just got the rotten fruit on the HGML.
But remember, the last time, what did we do the last time? The one from Hurricane. What Hamden was it? Was it? I can't. It was a Diamond H.
I think so.
And I told you that it smells like the whole fridge going bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just get it. Little while. So, yeah, this HGML have some funkiness in there that smell rotten.
The C Diamond H.
Diamond H.
Yes.
But I love the smell of this. I tried this the other night. So Rashawn provided these samples here to me. Last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever. And I started with the HGML. I was like, man, let me stop right here and wait until Rashawn come over to do a video tasting these drums. Because man, like, these drums are delicious.
They are.
All right. So we tried all these rums. We tried the Eclipse. One thing, so funny enough, right? So before this Eclipse came out, probably over a year ago, Rashawn and I were thinking to do like a rum news video every week or once a month. Right? Where we like say things that come out in the news and also say our opinion on things about rum, like how we do these lives. We kind of just give our opinion, right? And one of the things that we thought about years ago was, not years ago, but a year ago, was Appleton Estate should come out with high proof barrel strength rums.
Yes, of their
8 signature,
the signature
12,
8,
15,
12, 15,
you know,
21.
Because we enjoy these rums, especially we enjoy the 8, right? So it's like, yo, if they come with these, we'll buy them even at twice the price. And funny enough, Mount Gay actually did it. So Mount Gay, you know, you should give us some royalties for ideas, even though you probably didn't tell you. But
I'm wondering if they heard us or something.
You know, maybe you guys listening to our phones when it's in your pockets, because Rashawn and I sit in my garage regularly and have these kind of conversations. And one of the conversations we had a long time ago was, hey, what if we do full-proof Appleton rums? I think we might have said on a video, because I remember we were talking to someone.
Yes, we had said it on a video before. We are saying on a video, you know.
So
cast strength, foolproof,
and people have commented and said they agree. And Monge pretty much come closer with a 57.1%.
Yes, and you know, so they did the Eclipse, they did the Black Barrel, and the XO is next.
Correct, because you have the Black Barrel.
Yes, I have it.
So you have a Black Barrel, which was about $10 more than you pay in the US.
Yes.
Of course, you pay 70, usually about $60.
Right. So
right?
10, 15, yeah, $15 more.
And now we have this, which is $30, which the regular is like $20, $25.
Yeah, so like $5-10 more, which is a good price point.
Monge has listened to us, and we wouldn't mind some royalties or just a check. You know, Team Rashawn and I, you cut us a check, we will be happy, right?
Castro and XO next.
Castle Extra next, right? And Appleton, if you're listening, Monk get beat to the punch. You guys are probably not listening.
Give us, give us,
You
give
know?
us a 60% signature.
Yeah.
Good for cocktails, high proof
A
cocktails.
60% Appleton 8. Oh boy, my definite go-to.
And I'm
The rest
willing,
of life.
if they have a 60 proof, 8-year-old, I'm willing to pay double the price. I'm willing to pay
Don't tempt them. Don't tempt them.
$50, $55.
Correct. But I
Barrel,
would. But $55, I'll pay for it.
yeah.
Easy.
60% Appleton 12.
I'm not a big fan of Appleton 12.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing that, but I would still want it. Because I tasted
No, I would buy. Twice the price I would buy.
Twice the price I would
$80
buy.
I would buy. Easy.
And it shouldn't be that hard because you're not going that much up in ABV.
Correct.
And you're doubling the price. So I think your profit margin
is way higher.
Correct. And it's in the same bottle.
Correct.
Less bottle.
Yes.
Less work.
Less shipping.
Less everything. And more money and double the money.
Exactly. So
it's like a no-brainer.
Appleton, listen to us. Right? We could be your, rum research department. Ready, set, rum consultant. Right?
If Ellie had a consultant, they would have known if I make that rum.
Boy.
Sorry, that's the rum talking now.
No, but really and truly, that wasn't really working for us. But definitely higher proof versions of the originals. Because honestly, like there's some notes in there that you would not have gotten from the Eclipse. Even at 40%, it being young, you get the youngness of the regular 40% Eclipse. And it's really just a good mixer.
Right.
But at 57%, the notes that are lost in the 40% shines through, and then the heat really doesn't bother you as much because you're really searching for those. And you're not even searching very hard for the delicious notes that are in the Eclipse. So to me, honestly, I feel like rum should just start at 57%. I go 50%.
Yeah. And even if Appleton don't want to go like mass production with it, they could do a limited edition release, travel export.
Because apparently this is limited edition as well.
Yeah. But they could do a travel.
You do a one, but think about it, you do a one-off with Total Wine.
Yeah. They could
because
do Total Wine distillery only.
Because remember, Total Wine also does Total Wine does the
direct to store,
which is where they eliminate the middleman. So they eliminate whatever, America has these random tiers at expenses.
Yeah,
right?
They have this 3-tier system, I believe.
Right. So you ship it to a person, the person send it to a distributor, the distributor ship it to the store. So Total Wine removes all three layers is one for Total Wine, basically. Because even when we were talking to Foursquare was saying that if they had brought Dolly's right now is with Total Wine. If they had brought Dolly's independently, there'd be a $10 difference between a Dolly's bottle in Total Wine and a Dolly's bottle outside of Total Wine. So they're like, hey, if we go to states where Total Wine doesn't exist, a $30 bottle will be $40 minimum. Right? So if Appleton Estate would like to do a Total Wine, I'm giving you guys the insights. Right? The insights. And I will tell you, Ready Set Rum are also consultants that can help you guys navigate.
We are in touch with the rum lovers.
We're in touch with the rum lovers, the rum distributors, everyone.
So we have a feel.
Everyone. We even in touch with rum manufacturers, the blenders. We're in touch with everyone.
That is true.
Right? So guys, do not forget, Ready Set Rum, the consultant needs. Check us out, right? But we really, honestly, we really have some good rums tonight. We enjoy talking to you guys about Rum Renaissance, about the Mount Gay Eclipse.
Must buy. There's a bunch of bottles still floating around.
Yeah. Which one they must buy?
The Hamden HD ML.
The HD.
They still have them floating around.
Right. Well, honestly, there's no rums that we have here that wasn't a must buy.
That's true.
There's no rums we had tonight that is not a must buy. We had a lot of good rums tonight. So can't complain. Um, really enjoyed this one.
Child.
So, guys, Rashawn and I will continue our conversations offline. Let
Thank you
us
very
know
yes.
what else you want us to discuss. Let us know what other topics you want us to cover. We have the Rum Congress coming up in February. I'll be going to Jamaica in December. What else to alert the people to? Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully we can do a live.
We're probably gonna do a live if we can. What else is going on?
In the rum world?
Rum will normally bring rum news. The restaurant brings rum news like regular
because
week.
every morning I send you something new about rum.
That is true.
Every morning, religiously.
What? All right, another thing that we didn't discuss or we didn't bring to your attention. So we had at the cake festival, we had Baba and Co provide us with rums. We had 10-1 provide us with rums as well. We tried the 10-1, the Black History Month version, right? So we went out there. So I put out samples of the white, which I really love, and the dark. And the guy who supplied me with the rums said, "Hey, why did you bottle out the Black History Month version?" I was like, "Oh, I thought it was the same rum. It is not." And I went there and I put out samples. I poured samples to everyone. And the Black History Month version this year was the favorite amongst most people, right? So I'm a white rum lover. I'm a rum lover, period. But from 10-1, I love the white rum the most in my mind. But
one of the best white rum on the market.
One of the best white
in my personal opinion.
Correct. One of the best white rums on the market is 10-1 white. However, the 10-1 Black History Month this year and last year has been the best versions by the crowd. Right? Just us giving out samples. The crowd loves the Black History Month version every single year. This version, which is in the blue box, available at Total Wine, was one of the favorites at the Rum Cake Festival. And in the previous year, they were at Rum Renaissance.
Yes.
And that's how we got the last set of samples.
That's how we got there.
And their Black History Month version, that one was with Uncle Nearest.
The Uncle Nearest.
Which was another really good version. So, 10-1.
You have Uncle Nearest?
I don't have the Uncle Nearest version.
Oh, they're probably all gone.
They're probably all gone.
And this is a very good rum.
I really enjoy the Uncle Nearest version of the 10-1 rum. I really enjoyed this year's Black History Month version as well. And the crowd enjoyed it. The crowd, I mean, like regular people, just everyday people who just came to taste cakes, they kept on telling me that the Black History Month version is better than the regular version. They enjoy the regular version, but they really enjoy the Black History Month version. So, guys, if you see a Black History Month 10-1 rum, pick it up, because for 2 years now they've been producing this, and for 2 years now they really have been winning, right? So, cannot complain about that. What else? Anything else you missed?
No. That'll be all till the next live. We cover some stuff. Next time I'll bring a couple.
Next time we have some more samples.
You have a couple other stuff. I think I have a 6 years old reunion from Savannah, car strength. I also have a Dominica Republic. I think 12 years old car strength.
Really?
Yeah, and I also have a Worthy Park independent bottler though. Cane juice, 57%.
And Worthy Park have now their own overproof.
Yes, they own overproof.
Is that the sugarcane version?
Yes, that's the sugarcane juice.
So Worthy Park, which is the whole distillery, right? They produce sugarcane, have their own sugarcane fields, have their own distillery, produces rum, sugar, and molasses. And they have a Worthy Park sugarcane juice overproof rum, 62%. While they also have the Rumba overproof, which is from molasses, 62%, which to me, the molasses is very sugarcane like.
Yes.
So think about a Worthy Park sugarcane, just sugarcane juice. in a rum form.
Yeah, I think they're trying to do a whole, you know,
Worthy Park
yeah,
line separate.
yeah, you know, rum bar is the molasses lineup.
Yeah.
Worthy Park, cause it was more than one, but I saw the TTB, the label.
Right.
So there's I think there's also one for the silver.
There's a Worthy Park Select. There's a Worthy Park Silver.
There's a Worthy Park silver.
Okay.
I think there's.
So Rashawn bring the rum news. You can look it up. But Rashawn bring the rum news, right? So far,
I never sent you the other cane
I
ones.
don't know,
The
my
other.
phone, my everything just be blowing up all day. I can't keep up with everything. But so we really enjoy the rum bar overproof. I really enjoy the rum bar overproof. Now they're bringing a Worthy Park overproof, right? Worthy Park also, I think, released in the TTB that they're gonna bring the Worthy Park Select, which is at 45%, which I really enjoy, which is one of my favorites from Worthy Park. Period. Right? They had the Worthy Park single estate I reviewed before, and the Worthy Park 12 year, which I reviewed before. However, the Select was my favorite. However, we tried the Worthy Park 12 year and I think a lower proof of 50 to 55%, which I really enjoyed. So, Worthy Park has redone the 12 year, which used to sell, I think it was like a 60% or something, or 50 something percent. All I know is that they dropped the proof and the flavor profile of the new Worthy Park 12 year is way better than the previous Worthy Park 12 year, and the price is also lower. So the new Worthy Park 12 year is way improved in my opinion, right? Um, so typically most rums, when the brand becomes big, they kind of try to cheapen the rum in a slick way to just sell more for more profit. Worthy Park is still a young brand, so what they're doing is improvements to flavor profile, in my opinion, right? Like I even if the proof didn't change or whatever, I really found that the new Worthy Park 12 year was better. I don't think they had a Worthy Park Select. I don't think they had a different Worthy Park Select. I think the Worthy Park Select was the same thing. But with the Park Select, they're gonna ship to America. Before they were only having it in Jamaica.
What the Worthy Park select?
Yeah, it was only Jamaica back then.
Okay, right.
So they're now planning to ship to America at 45%. And the 12 year was like 50% or something. But definitely the Worthy Park line, I think, is always getting better. And I appreciate their constant strive for improvements. I appreciate the Worthy Park overproof because to me, that's like my favorite overproof rum. Can't complain about the Worthy Park. The rum bar overproof. And we gotta try the Worthy Park overproof. Hopefully we can get that tone. Man, watch me. The breeze is blowing and I
Yeah.
just smelling the rum in my nose. Right? So guys, we've been on here for a long time.
Once wait.
Rashawn is trying to find.
Okay. So
There's a Worthy Park silver. He is correct.
there's a Worthy Park silver that's coming.
What's proof? 40 proof?
40.
All right. So, not only are they bringing the Worthy Park
Yeah,
Select
because they have rum bar silver. Now there's a Worthy Park
silver,
silver.
and the Worthy Park overproof is coming as well.
Overproof. And a Worthy Park
Select, what percentage? They give you that?
40.
40?
The one that we have is how
I
much?
swear it's 45.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 40. I don't know, but it tastes good. I can't complain about the Worthy Park
No,
Select.
the Worthy Park select is a very good
It's
rum.
very good. So the Worthy Park Select is close, but I think the Worthy Park Select was better in my opinion. All right. So, guys, we tasted great rums with you guys. We gave you some of the rum news that is going on. We let you know where the park is bringing some good rums coming. We let you know that this Monday Eclipse is delicious. We let you know some of these little samples here are delicious. We also let you know that aged and oak, this travel case here is amazing. There's also a small one glass, one sample. So this sample bottle fits in a glass. And it really works really well for traveling every day, any day, whatever. And yeah, Asian Oak should sponsor us. You know, I saw you guys came out with some other things, and we'll let the other people know when you guys hit us as a sponsor. All right, guys, go DM Asian Oak and let them know that Ready Set Rum is really doing God's work, right? And they should give us a sponsorship, right? Come on, Marshall, everyone who's watching this video, let Asian Oak know that we're doing God's work out here, and we should get a sponsorship video, right? But yeah, really enjoying the rums, really enjoying talking about the rum, really enjoy talking about the rum product and everything in general. You know, catch us in the next one. Yeah, we sipping good.
Sipping one rum at a time.
One rum, we sip about 5 rums tonight.
Man. How long we run?